Let's go to, hold on, Brendan. Let's give us a minute here. This is Rudy Giuliani, who you'll recall that the other day, Lindsey Graham said that they had developed a specific pipeline from Rudy Giuliani to the Department of Justice to deal with all the investigations, the high-level investigations Rudy Giuliani is doing around the world, and to collect this information at the DOJ. Yet, apparently that's not sufficient for Giuliani. He needs to break it. He needs to first expose this information on the Trish Regan show.
Well, that's where I'd go.
Yeah, exactly. And here it is. This is the rantings of a lunatic who supposedly has now an authorized direct channel to the Department of Justice to examine this information.
I'll give you an example in Ukraine. They're going to be very surprised when they see the report that I have. I have a report right in the middle of the Obama administration that $5.3 billion in foreign aid is unaccounted for to Ukraine. You think maybe you'd want to slow down aid if $5.3 billion is unaccounted for? Yeah. You figure out, if I'm giving them $400 million for military, maybe only $100 million is getting there, and the other $300 million is going into the hands of the crooked NGOs. And how do you think all those oligarchs become oligarchs? They take off foreign aid.
Sure. So you got to,
big Democrat.
Look at her. I'm pausing 1 second. Even Trish Regan is freaked out. Like, what is going on here? What is he talking about?
God, his veneers.
Yeah, right there.
Democrats are involved.
Well, you go back to 2011, Yanukovych laundered $7.5 billion in an American institution. People in that institution were former Obama aides. That's just one story.
So you think people were actually on the take? People that were supposed to be...
No, I don't think it.
You know it.
I can prove it.
And you're going to?
Yeah, I'll just show you one right here.
Yeah, let me just show you the evidence I've amassed that's going to go to the DOJ. But you first, Trish.
Shokin was fired, et cetera, et cetera. This is a document.
He brought an iPad
He's got a tablet.
To the government of Ukraine, just at exactly the time that Shokin is fired. That's one of the reasons he was fired. And it says, I just read it, Burisma Holding Limited and its director, Hunter Biden, are involved in a corruption affair. The following transactions made to Burisma Limited
corruption affair.
Yeah.
Basically are money laundered. There are 14.6 million that went through 4 banks before it got to Hunter Biden.
Yes, she is just completely flummoxed.
This is what you call
oh my God, her contour.
A smoking gun
too much.
Money laundering case.
Yeah.
Do you ever have a conversation with, like, say a distant relative or someone who's on the right who just wants you, that they're like, and you heard about this, right? And you're wondering where it's going to go. And then they're like, you heard about the sex ring, the pedophile, and then this and this. And like, and you're just still waiting for the dots to be connected in the way they're thinking they're being connected. That's what it reminds me of.
And all he does is like, look, I have it on my iPad. I got sent an email. I get sent an email by somebody about it. So it must be real because it exists on the iPad.
It's from a Ukrainian prince who says he's going to sell me this information.
This guy has a direct line to the Department of Justice, and that is not sufficient enough for him. He needs to show his iPad to Trish Regan.
You know what the smart lawyers do? They show their evidence on cable television on their iPad.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. I want to vet this with you, Trish, before I send it to the Department of Justice. And look I have it here on the iPad.
Right. It makes it official.
She does look like she has a look of terror in her eyes.
They take off.
I don't know who she is. I've never seen her.
Sure. So you got to,
oligarchs. They take off.
You guys need to add that to the soundboard.
Absolutely. So you got to,
So what is that? Is that a chomp? Is that an alligator chomp?
Chomp. Unbelievable. Ladies.